On the count of 3, let's go and research that particular case of the contract related to money. 1, 2, and 3. You can envision, you can go there, start up with your memory, and you can start talking about it. The more you talk, the more you see what happened there. What picture do you see in your mind first, based on your memory?
The sheet of paper with the words.
Do you see the words?
Just my name.
Okay. I want you to do one thing. Since you don't have a body there, you just, right now, your energy, your soul. So you just fly up to the ceiling of that room you're in and observe everything above and see what the human eyes cannot see. Non-physical energies around you, that paper, anybody around, any energies, shadows.
I don't see anything.
What is that, sorry?
I don't see.
So I see you.
I put blood on it. It was a blood over intent contract.
Yeah, I know, and I see the demonic type creature. He looks like like a classical kind of devilish horns, tail type creature. He's got the red skin, wrinkly skin, red eyes. He comes from below. He's got, and he's connected to that Titan, to the guy who calls himself Titan. But he said that what he wanted to steal from you, he wanted to steal your position through this contract. He wanted to steal your knowledge, your experiences, feel through you what you feel, because he doesn't have emotional body. So he basically used you. You know what he did? He's got some system in him, like in his head. It almost feels like, looks like the leaves of pineapple. They're transparent and they're made out of wires. And those transparent wires go into your nervous system. Actually, they go into your back, into your spinal cord, and they're like going in there. And it's almost like, it's not like implants, but it's like the rays of invisible light. That's what forms a connection. Back then I see. And it's like you signed off everything you had to him so he can give you everything new. It's like, give me your previous chapter, and you'll start from square one, writing a new one. That's the contract is all about that. Even though it's a lie, because you did not know the truth when you signed it. Blood is your DNA. Right. DNA signifies a contract that you sell off your DNA, and you can sell off your physical body for experiments, and your energy body for the same stuff too. Experimentation on your soul and body. And that's when I see the guy, the entity, I should call him the entity, he actually changes in appearance. He's rather plasmatic, but the plasma is hot. It's like filled with fire, and he's from the first dimension. He has he sends those little devilish like little monster devil type like creatures through sometimes through others. They infiltrate a person first, and they call that person a visitor. That visitor usually visits in a form of a human who carries that entity inside to with offers of improvement of life, because he says how great we are that we created this matrix and for the creatures like us, because we can totally be in control of you humans. We created unbearable lives for most of you, so you would agree to anything just to make your body live and survive and buy food for it and home for it.
Yes.
So I just see him differently from what he is now at the throne, but it's the same DNA when I touch it. It's a combination of that mostly gray, but then there's also some DNA of some other, I would say like some fire creature made of fire. I think, and he says, we are in ancient legends. You should know better. It's just like sarcastic, you know. So, and then you say to him now, if you don't see him, just imagine, according to my description, and tell him, I reconsidered. I cancel out this moment of my contract with you. I just cut it out and burn it up from the film of my life. And do it. Just use your imagination, do it, and just your will cancels it. I see you tear it out. So just right now, with your mind, refuse the moment and change your timeline. You're rewriting your story. You are the author and the writer of your life, not him.
I'd be rich anyway.
Yeah, you just say that I refuse that particular moment, and the chapter, I tear out the page of this chapter and put it on fire.
I
That's
tear
it.
out all the negative.
Yeah, it just it exists no more. That's it. It's gone. Oh, he's very made him mad. He's looking at me, you again. I asked him, do you know me? He goes, everybody knows you. Everybody knows people like you. You sabotage our kingdom. That person whom you're talking about who offered you to do this,
Yes.
he's one of the, it's like backdrop people of matrix people. He does not even exist. Do you know what I mean? He's got a body, but he's a clone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Everything
trick.
about him is pretend.
But I
Not,
definitely, my life definitely collapsed.
yeah, yes, because you signed it off. You completely signed off the rights of the writer of your life, so he could write it the way he wanted it.
So that's why I suffered.
Mm-hmm.
But then it got great.
Yeah, because it goes up and down. It's like a law of that up and down zebra effect, duality, negative,
Well,
positive.
I'd like to keep the gray part.
Keep the gray part. You can cut out all the black. Imagine like a zipper. One side of the zipper is black, another is white. Disconnect the zipper, burn up the black, remain,
Yes,
retain the white.
I keep the happiness, the health, easy wealth.
Yeah. Because you deserve it. It's for something great to experience.
Take care of my kids.
Yeah. So I see you doing. And this is done because you're doing this with your hands like done. And like this pushing away. And then I told you about the book, but you're like actually holding like a film with slides, and that slide is missing. That's it. You're gluing together as if this moment never existed. And this one's done. And I see him sitting on the throne, collecting information from you. He has an interesting thingy. It's like a transparent crystal cube and a little stick. When he touches the cube with a stick, he can see through your eyes. Like I told you, he's got this light going through his head into you, which is no longer existent. But I'm looking what he's been doing the whole time. He was enjoying. It's like you experience the situations, but you don't get the adrenaline effect and everything. You know, when you weren't, he was enjoying you falling down, basically. He was enjoying you being tortured from inside and suffering and everything. He was eating it up using this cube. And then I see you, like you said, at the hospital. I see he signed some paper. I literally see like a sheet of paper, like white, and there is some, I don't know what language this is. And then it's like they don't write from left to right, that they write from up to down, like this. And it's not like Chinese or anything, it's just something different. Each each sign, if you touch it, you absorb the information like a book in each sign. And they said that they need experiments for other worlds to create other beings based on human DNA because it's the most precious DNA that they got. And they put you in some sort of container when you were asleep.
I was dead.
Your energy body. No, it's like they put your energy body in a container. They put your energy body into a container. They put it in on the ship, and on the ship they unpack it and put it on the metallic table, and they tie you up to the table. There's like braces on the, it's like goes like this plastic white, and on the feet too. And I see your physical body. It's like they coincided, you know, like when they're in control of your life, they can coincide what they're doing to you, to your energy body with the physical. So they kind of like manipulated your reality. So you got to the hospital, and at the same time you got to their spaceship for experiment, because they actually needed uh, your physical part to be under the same experiment. So the doctor you had actually is part of their program.
What?
And I mean, it's actually a well-known fact that most doctors are, you know, the hospitals on Earth, like physical hospitals, are part of the major experiment program,
Yes.
like directed by aliens, and that's what they exist for. So basically, they were mimicking, for you to understand, they were supposed to mimic what they were doing to you on the spaceship. So first they were doing stuff on the spaceship, and then the signaling to that down here what to do to you. So I at the same time, the only difference is that on spaceship they gave you some, it's like they injected some solution to you. And it's a weird thing because it actually went into your mouth through some tube or whatever. And I see it's like And that's when you hit like a spasm in your throat or something, like here. And it's like I hear the words lockdown of a heart. Like it because they separated your physical body from your energy body, and your energy body is the soul, right? Subconscious. So disconnect, and that's why your body died. And then they connected it back because they're working on some project also that they want to oops, they want to be able to disconnect a physical from non-physical, because we're like two sides, right?
Yeah.
So if you disconnect that, you can totally possess the physical and make that body into a robot who would follow commands.
Right.
So that's the interesting part for
In the
them.
hospital, was I violent in the emergency room? They told me I was.
You were trying to rip that stuff off of you
Yes.
on the ship, and that's what your body was mimicking and doing the same, reflecting
Yes,
what you
I
were
remember
doing there.
pushing something away from my mouth, like away from my.
Because they were giving you some solution. I see it's like blue, and the minute it shoots, it creates spasm. It's like spasmodic relation, and it's almost like a allergy kind of effect. When you're allergic to medication,
Yep.
and it's spasm here, and the heart reacts. So cardiovascular system cannot pump blood anymore, so the heart shuts down. But the effect they wanted to create is like kind of like cut off the connection between soul and body, and they
Right.
they thought that they would stay that way so you could be used for their specific tasks in the physical world. And that would be fantastic for them, because then they were thinking maybe we can even put an artificial soul and connect to that body, this kind of experience, because they're preparing this world for something different in other artificial worlds and all these projects. So the word
They failed.
it's called Olympus. Olympus.
Olympus.
24, like in 24th year, they want to be able to give people a solution, as if something to heal them, a medicine, but that medicine would disconnect the soul and the body through the blue solution. It's like liquid gel. I don't know what it is.
And
That's experiment they're working on.
I would
It
say
can
that.
come in a form of a pill, gel pill too.
So they developed this thing on me.
They were trying on you. You're one of. There are others. I see that there are 500 experimental bodies, energetic bodies that belong to humans on Earth. They've been trying the same, and they try different solutions. I see some other person, and it's another guy, and he's got like yellow solution going through, and I see literally his veins on the spaceships like transparent, and they have the yellow stuff.
Mm.
And in reality, in life, like when I overlook his physical body, he's in the wheelchair, like he's semi-paralyzed, or it's not really paralysis, it's a weakness of the body, and they cannot figure out what kind of condition it is.
Right.
So um yeah, I see a tank.
How long was I dead?
Split second, according to physical time, something like this. I mean,
Oh,
split second, minute, like a minute or something like this, like short, not.
not 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah, like that. I mean, it wasn't like a long time, but the thing is, I see like they see it on all the screens and stuff, that your body is out, and they immediately like, oh, like they tried to revive you, but it didn't work. And because the physical time doesn't coincide with the time on the spaceship, and on the spaceship it looks like you were much longer disconnected. And I see like the formula, it's divided by 3, whatever the time there. So I guess, I don't know, something minutes rather. But they use some suction device to suck some stuff out of you, and there was also light that was collecting liquid into little, the liquid was getting together and into little balls, and the balls they sucked out was some sort of almost like a vacuum tube or whatever that was in your mouth. But that's on the spaceship, that's what I see they did.
Why didn't I stay dead?
Because they wouldn't let you. If it was, your soul was completely, you signed off the decisions, and decisions belong to them. And like I told you, that guy who was your handler, the Titan, he signed a contract, and they promised him to return you alive, so he can still use you in physical life as a live person. So they couldn't keep you dead. They couldn't just do it.
Oh, I see. So my friend who told me I was a Titan, she part of this, or she?
Okay. Can you? I couldn't hear you.
Okay. The girl who I said, she said, I'm a Titan. She said, I'm a Titan. Like huge thing.
It makes sense because he took everything from you into himself. You know that contract? You gave him everything that belonged to you. He just basically took your name.
We canceled it.
Yeah, we canceled it, yeah.
Oh, but the girl who told me she's not part of the dark side. She's like on the good side, yes?
She looks like green, light green energy, crystalline something energy that changes shape. And I see a planet with little blue tiny puddles all around, like in little craters. And around the craters there's like green glass type crystals, transparent, growing, and she's one of them. And how she connects to people through inner sound of a soul, which is a vibration of a soul. Yeah.
She's not evil.
No, I don't see her evil. I see a light green, very clean.
Good. So I like her.
And you yourself, like, I see you like big and muscular in one of the lives too.
Yes. I'm
And you're like,
obsessed. Yeah.
yeah, and you're like a protector of the
Yes, I am.
of the nature or whatever, like.
Told me I protect her, that I'm like her top guardian soldier.
Mm, yeah, you look like a Viking. That's the closest I can compare with.
I'm obsessed with weightlifting in this life.
Yeah, you have this big like muscles here and there, but you do like look like a Viking, and I see you with longish hair and
Yeah, I have red hair.
yeah. I'm not sure about the red here, but light hair. I don't really see the color. That to me it's more blondish, but yeah, you're very masculine, like one of those, in fairy tales fight with dragons and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, so
That's true.
And you're friends with animals. Animals love you. I see like a black panther by you, somebody, and she's like like very powerful animals love you, and you are at the same level with them. Power and strength type thing.
Right, yes, that's my thing.
So
Okay, so I always thought I died somewhere and back in a different I stayed the same. That's not what happened to you. So you
I'm
passed.
going through some 56 lives on some planet that you're telling me it's like a yellow crystal planet, they call it. And you've had, you're laughing, you're saying you were like a cat and you knew that life was that you had so many lives there because it was fun, because you knew that you had like 7 lives like a cat in each one, 56 by 7, so you're telling me. And you could like participate in different protection plans of the planets, meaning you can collaborate with, there's scientific communities of different galaxies, and like different galaxies of planets, they're attacked by different groups of aliens,
Yeah.
and you can actually by thought you could develop different abilities in you, because they would first, scientists would study the aliens, what their weakness would be, and you would develop the ability to get them through their weaknesses. And there were others like you have the whole family of people like you, so you
Wow.
get together and just like help, usually work in groups of 6 or 7.
And we fight.
uh, yeah, together.
I have violent dreams where I'm always like eating up a monster or something.
Yeah, it's like, except you kind of like shoot this interesting crystals that they are like they can burn a hole in any body type of an alien,
Oh, I love it.
and some of them have like hooks in front, like almost like a beak of some sort of eagle.
I'd like to do that here. Can I do it here?
uh,
Oh,
yeah, well
superpower.
that, yeah, this life, these lives definitely affected you. That's why your passion is all about that, to be that protector. You want to protect, you always like have this, I
I do.
want people to feel behind me, like I'm the wall for the family, for everybody. Um,
Yes. So, like, imagine when I ran out of money and couldn't take care of them.
yeah, it was a torture for you, and
Yep.
you were feeding him with your torture, being tortured inside,
Oh,
so you felt.
I'm sure I was.
Mm. So well, that, you know what you do, it's like a canvas of what we just saw, and you just like rip it off of the wall and put it all in the vase and just burn it up with the stick and fire,
Hmm.
and you just destroy this whole experiment. It's like it's like different slides of different experiments. You just kind of like put them all together, like on computer you see like different windows, like you put them in one screen
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just made it
Delete
into
it.
paper,
Delete the
burned it
screen.
up. Yeah, well, you burned it all up.
The business will now be good, right?
You wrote like a word fantastic on your inside your energy sphere and said my business is gonna be fantastic now,
Ah, great.
because
I
nobody's gonna put the sticks into the wheels rolling.
love it.
And let's see, when you look, we can go ahead and check a year from now,
Okay.
if you're in this vibration, if you stay the same.
Wait, can you speak to dead people?
Yeah, sure, I can connect to anybody.
So okay, let's do the year thing. Then we'll see what your father's doing.
Which one?
We were gonna look ahead a year.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
How about a
look.
month? Can we look ahead a month?
you gain the belief in yourself, and then you gain. I see it in blue energy that turns into pink energy, light pink. And light pink to me signifies that you like love yourself and love others and love life again. And it's easy, it's rolling easily, and then you keep
Right.
saying rolling all the time. So you should stay in this vibration you're right now. You're relaxed and confident. That's what it is, and it feels right. It feels like you feel empowered. That's what you're saying. You always strive to feel empowered, like
Yeah.
you as that warrior.
Right.
So you have to keep that going for yourself. Mm. You show me like a lion face, like you like those animals and those lives.
I wish I could see what you see.
Yeah, but I'm very visual. I've been trained by different programs, also
Okay.
by aliens, to be used to see what I see. It's just that I disconnected from all of them and I'm using it for myself.
Good. So have you heard like all this talk that there's going to be an event in the sky, the hologram is going to break, and like people will be transported to New Earth? You must have heard about this.
No, it's not like that.
Bullshit, right?
No, yeah. I mean, it just to get attention of people, to get popularity. It's the Matrix games, the games people play. It's related to the games of making money off of people's beliefs. That's what it is. But in reality, we're just transitioning to a new level of consciousness. So, because it is duality, the darkness transitioning to a new level of darkness, which is gonna be biorobots, robotic people, people who always look the same, live forever. And a lot of people want that. They want to live forever and be healthy and look like 25 forever. So they'll get what they want. And the another part of the other dualistic part is the people who want to leave this reality because it feels too artificial. It's not what they want. And they'll get to choose when to leave. They'll still be healthy and not suffering, and they'll live without suffering because they'll feel totally in control because of their knowledge. And we know we are creators. We can choose when to leave, how to live. It has to be peaceful. So, and that's what we're transitioning to, but we're transitioning to both of the sides through destruction. Like you have to destroy the old world before you build a new one. And that's why I see more earthquakes, more hurricanes, more water coming, mudslides, all this stuff. I see it all the time. Every time I close my eyes to see what's happening, what's going to be happening in the world, summer, spring, summer, fall, all this stuff is going to continue. Volcanoes erupt, you know, parts of the earth shift and underground shifts. I mean, all this stuff. Unfortunately, that's how this world was pre-programmed. It's all about the programming of this world. Everything has to be painful
Yeah, I
from
know all
from
about.
birth to end.
Right. And you said Trump is dead.
Trump. Trump is tied up. His soul is tied up. He's not himself. He's
Uh-huh.
controlled. He's controlled at this point.
But he was not controlled in the beginning.
No, he was being himself. He changed. That's why I stopped liking him, if I can say that.
I can't. The whole vaccine thing just makes it.
I mean, there's a lot of things. The thing is, the game is designed that way. Once you get into their business, you should be taken. If you resist, they'll find the way to take you because that's their game. And the money is part of the game. And if you want them, then you have to sell your soul one way or the other. You know. So, but that's what it is.
I have a question that may sound like really bad. Like I have my brother. We don't speak, and I think he's a piece of shit. Well, I know he is. You can see his future.